Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Reading Adventures with Maria. Today we are doing a book review. Interesting, right? And the book that we're reading is also very interesting, okay? So before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and ring the bell to get notified every time I post a new video. Also, side note, if you hear a little ruckus or background noise in the background, it's because it's summer here where I live, or at least when I'm filming this video, it is summer. And the fans are going because I'm not gonna stay in a room for almost an hour without a fan. I would pretty much overheat. So that's why if you hear anything, it's the fans, and that is why the book is also moving. The cover pages anyways. So okay, anyways, now you're wondering what book are we reading that's so interesting. Okay, the book series that we are reviewing is Ivy+bean. Yes, they're both humans, not plants. I know, strange because ivy is a plant as well and bean as well, a seed I guess, or a plant. They're both kind of organic, if I'm not even totally honest, but this is kind of about plants, but not this entire series, just this book. Okay, this book series is by Annie Barrows and Sophie Blackall. So the book that we are reading is book number 7 of 10, and it is What's the Big Idea? Okay, also side note, like, I don't know if the camera can get it, but in real life, on a certain angle, there's like stuff, like, kind, you can see like a light bulb, kind of, like, I don't know if you can see that. Oh yeah, there, see, like, there's stars, and there's a, like, light bulb thing that I was showing. No, you can't see that, but I can see it in real life. Anyways, I thought that was very cool. So, yeah, so this book is about two friends, Bean and Ivy. My apologies if I call Bean Beanie, because honestly, Beanie just sounds less organic than Bean. So, two best friends, right? This is Ivy, this is Bean. Now that we have that out, let's start with the actual review. So, the first chapter here, as you can see if I quickly, is Bean gets antsy. Okay, so let me just open the first page of the chapter. Okay, so we see that Bean is standing in her home, in her house, whatever you want to call it, and there is a window, and she has stapled one of the curtains. Yes, one of the curtains. And mind you, a stapler is used for paper, not stapling a curtain. So anyways, so basically Bean has a problem. Bean's house has a problem, and the problem is staples. It says right here, okay, in this line right here. Bean loves staples, okay? She loves them so much that she's stapling everything, including the curtains, okay? And she quite liked them, and Bean is 7 years old, okay? Both Bean and Ivy. But her mother, you know, the responsible adult, did not like that idea of stapling everything in her home. So she sends Bean outside in their backyard, and Bean is quite bored. She's just like walking around, like, oh, I'm so bored, like, you know. And she's like, okay, so this is a game that she plays with her best friend, Ivy. It is called Junkyard Crash. Basically, Junkyard Crash, you take all the things that you can find in your backyard, and you line them up, and then you get in this toy car and you push and you like drive into it. Would not recommend in real life. You could get hurt. Okay, so do not try that at home. Just leave it in the book. Leave everything that they're doing in this book. Okay. So, but she's like, that's not fun with one person. I need my best friend to do that, but she doesn't have her best friend here today. So Bean decided to pick up a shovel and dig the treasure that she buried for the future generations to find. She was hoping that maybe a secret admirer had left a new surprise for her, a ruby skull or dinosaur egg. When she dug it up, she found the paper bag that she had put the treasures in, and it was the same old treasure, but the paper bag wasn't doing so good. So if you're wondering what the treasure was, it was dental floss, tweezers, and a magnifying glass. Okay, so while she's looking through everything, everything's the same. She finds an ant hill, and she looks at it, and then she observes it using the magnifying glass from her treasures, and she's like, wow, she's like, what if there's somebody looking from outer space to me? And then she lays on her back and she waves hi to the person if there's somebody out there looking at her. So there isn't. Don't worry, we're not being watched by aliens. I think we're not being watched by aliens. And she's like, wow, I'm so big compared to this little ant. Okay. So then basically this whole chapter, hence the name Antsy, is basically she's obsessed. Not obsessed, but she's like observing ants. Okay. Then she also dripped a little bit of water using the hose. Not a lot, just like a little drip, as you can see, into the little ant hole and hill, and all the ants just came out. So it says that some of the ants had like a piece of like weed or whatever on them, and those are the heroes and hero ants, but except the hero ants, everybody was very busy. And this is actually the page where she gets the thought of that somebody might be watching her, so she's like, wow, I must be an ant compared to them. So that's why it's her head on an ant's body. I think it's quite funny, but honestly. Okay, so next is just deserts. Okay, so this is Bean and Ivy's class. So as you can see, they're sitting on a rug, and the rug is quite oddly shaped. What does it look like? It looks like the U.S., like the United States of America, because the rug is actually a map of the United States. And whoever sits on Colorado gets to scream, "I rock!" It says it right here. And that is because it has the Rocky Mountains in it. As you can see, it says here, Colorado was the best state because it had the Rocky Mountains in it. That meant whoever sat on Colorado could yell, "I rock!" Okay, so that's why everybody wanted to sit on Colorado. But Beanie did not get to sit on Colorado. She is sitting in Iowa, this state. For anybody who knows how to pronounce it, I'm sorry. I don't live in the US, so I don't know how to pronounce this state. Okay, so I'm gonna call it Iowa, but she's sitting on Iowa, and her best friend is Ivy is sitting on North Dakota. Okay, so she like, maybe I can push that other girl. What was her name? I think it was Vanessa or something. She can push it and snatch a corner of Colorado and go, "I rock!" But then she was like, my teacher, Miss whatever her name is, I cannot pronounce it, Miss Aruba Tate. I call her mistake because I cannot pronounce her name. Another word that I cannot pronounce. So, yeah. So, but she's not going to be happy because she's tried it before. Okay. So this is just her classmate. So she's like, but that's really nothing important. So then this is where the actual plot of the book actually starts. And you may be wondering, well, you never explained what the plot actually is. That's because this book is gonna explain it. Just kidding, we're not even reading it, so explain this for the explain because I'm giving all the explanation. So basically, this book is about global warming and science. So yeah, so Bean and Ivy are in second grade, okay, and a bunch of fourth graders decide to give a presentation on global warming, okay? So they have names. Their names are Matt, Adrian, and Shina, okay? And only this girl, Shina, is doing the presentation. The other three are just holding the posters. And then they tell us second graders about global warming and how it's affecting the polar bears. And if you don't know about global warming, let me explain, okay? I'm going to use stuff that is actually written in this book or in this paragraph almost. So basically they're saying that that the global warming, I will explain what global warming is at the end because they do actually mention it at the end of this book, which is I think very smart. For somebody who loves science, this book was very interesting, especially to the end because yeah, it just has a lot of science in it. So we'll read that later, okay? So she's like, because of global warming, the ice sheets are melting or glaciers are melting, so polar bears don't have enough ice to stay on and they can die out just like dinosaurs did, like what, 62 million years ago or something. And then this little picture here is the picture of the Gobi Desert, and she says that pretty soon almost every bear is going to look like this because of global warming, okay? After school, Bean and Ivy could not stop thinking about it. This is them thinking about it. Here is their friend from another class. His name is Leo. He's like, what are you kids doing? And they're like, oh, we're thinking about global warming. And he's like, oh, global warming, what's that? Since he's from a different class, he didn't get their presentation today. So they're just busy thinking about it. You can tell that they're really worried. So this is Ivy, like caring for a plant, and this is Bean kicking a car. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce it like that. Like so much action. Anyways, it looks like they're like in a song, especially Bean, like especially Ivy, like the way she's petting the trees, like it's like you're almost watching a music video. I kind of got that vibe at least. So then they could not stop thinking about it, and then when she gets home, she was like worried, and and her sister Nancy, she's 11 years old. You know, the classic hate relationship between two siblings. I can't say that me and my sister are any different, but you know. So then she's like, ha, that's nothing. And then she's like, wait until you know about the ocean move. Bean's like, what about the oceans? In a like nervous voice or a scared voice, I don't know. The book doesn't say that. That's just me over exaggerating. So this is an image of a dead octopus who is in a dried up ocean or sea wherever octopi live. What is the plural of octopi and octopus, anyways? And Bean's like, tell me, and her sister Nancy's like, no, that's for me to know and you to find out. This is me pointing to myself, okay? then is hot and bothered, aka me, because it's so hot here. And this is Miss Tate, or whatever her name is. The next day, none of the kids bothered to sit in Colorado, and which is quite surprising because in the last chapter we learned how the kids were so excited to sit on Colorado because of the Rocky Mountains. So obviously Miss Tate is teaching the second graders the alphabet, or not the alphabet, sorry, they're learning about capital letters, but that's none of them. So after she has done explaining everything, and we all know what capital letters are, right? So you can skip that part. And she's like, okay, you guys are ready. And then they go like, it's because of global warming. And she's like, well, you know that the Emerson School, which is the school that they go to, is holding a science fair. And the whole class is like, I don't like science. Yeah, science sucks. And Miss Tate is like, why? And they're like, global warming. And she's like, well, science can fix global warming. And then she shows the students how much they actually like science. Like, these are all the images of the different students who worked on artwork for animals and stuff. Just a fly or whatever that is, I don't care. And some creature that I don't even know what that is, honestly. And I love science as well, so I have no clue what that is anyways. So basically, she's like, well, we have a team, global warming, and the rest of the book is basically Bean and Ivy trying to figure out what to do for their project. First, they think about really random idea, guys. Kind of funny though. This picture is just so mischievous. I had to show you guys while I flip. So I found this chapter where we get one of their crazy ideas. This is Bean thinking about that she discovered a chemical that can prevent global warming. It's supposed to be pink and sparkly, and this is adult Bean, and all the other scientists are admiring her. And then this picture is of the two girls thinking. Then their dad helps her, like, why don't you guys make a poster? And they're like, no, too boring. Dad shouldn't say that to his face. They just said that when he left. This is when Ivy got the idea that they should use ice cubes, throw them in the air. I don't know what this was, but throw them in the air, and that would make the air cooler. And spoiler alert, that did not happen. The air did not cool that way. That ship just fell down because something called gravity exists. Because the ice cubes went up and then went whoop and down because of gravity. See, this is them throwing ice cubes ridiculously. It's ridiculous. Okay, so their next idea was, this is like just them and their sister. The next idea was basically this is the other kids with their ideas, and then the next idea was they took the animals the power, but that didn't work, and then one of the kids from the neighborhood just ended up dragging them around playing some game that I can't remember right now. And so yeah, and then their next idea was to get energy from very small things called atoms. And the person who actually discovered this, it's written here. This is the next book. Let me show you. I was talking about how this book has science on the back, and this is it. So this is like the idea that some of the kids have. This is what we're talking about. It is, why can't we get energy by breaking it into bits? So this person, Liz Mitchner, Ivy calls her Lisa something, is the person who actually came up with this theory that they can break things into little objects, and that gives you energy. I'm sorry, accidentally kicked the tripod, so that's what the rattle was. But this is Bean holding a handful of rice, and she's holding that because she thinks that if you take a hammer and just smash it, they will create energy and then they can make a car. They got this idea because one of their classmates made a car from atoms, and this video is getting too long, so let me just quickly finish it up. Basically, in the end, their final idea was that basically they came to the conclusion that adults don't really care about global warming because they don't like surprises, and they don't like to be out in nature because nature is surprising, which is a good thing, right? For most people at least. And that is why, so they set up, oh my gosh, my tripod is going crazy. So basically they come up with the idea of setting up blankets and blankets and rugs and yoga mats and towels on the ground in their school playground area for the adults to relax on, because they say that adults love to relax. Kind of true though. And the adults end up caring about the environment, and that's their idea. And on the back of this book, it has something that's very interesting. It not only has one of my tripods, that's why I can use my other hand. It has like these that I read, so they're like, what is global warming? Then it's like, why can't we just throw ice cubes in the air? And then is, why can't we plant a lot of trees for pollution? So why can't everyone stop stop breathing so much? And it's like, basically they deserve another video of their own. Maybe I'll do one, maybe I won't, I don't know honestly right now. I just gotta. So for now, that's all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I have to, obviously this is a long video, so I kind of have to hurry up. So I'll see you guys next time, and that's for today. Don't forget to like this video if you liked this book, and subscribe again if you want to get more videos from my channel. And that's all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all later. Bye.